Yes. Well, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, namaskar, and salam alaikum. Welcome to this exclusive webinar on BCSP certifications for social media groups of safety, health, and environment group members. Today is 6th August 2021. We have now 18 hours Kuwait and 1500 hours GMT. I welcome you all for this particular webinar. I once again request you to keep your mics on the mute mode as well as cameras on the stop, stop your cameras as well, so that you will have a very good connectivity and you can listen to me properly. That is my request, okay? And my name is Ashok Garlapati. I'm speaking to you from state of Kuwait. Okay, I'm sure many of you know the state of Kuwait, and it is located in the Gulf region. And I also request you to put your name, company name, country, and email ID in the chat box as we are proceeding. I would like to have a very good interactive session during my presentation, and I'll be muting whoever is speaking during the call. I'll be muting them, okay? So if you have to mute yourself and also stop your cameras. Thank you very much. On the right side, you see the towers, 3 towers there. They are called the Kuwait Towers. It's iconic towers in the state of Kuwait, like Taj Mahal in India, Liberty Statue in America, something like that. It is an iconic tower. I just wanted to present you today to you all. And I wonder why we are calling this as a global webinar. I'm the part of the several social media groups, particularly safety, health, and environment. There are so many questions coming up on the BCSP certifications, as well as the how to prepare for the exam and other things. Today, I would like to give my gratitude or thanks to one Mr. Bapi. He's a group moderator of CSP WhatsApp group in India. He posted some sort of a request to all the members saying that you can share your knowledge. And he also, talked about the experienced people can share their, knowledge, as well as, whatever information they can give, something like a mentoring. So I decided, because I'm a BCSP ambassador as well as a BCSP board of director, then I thought, okay, let me come forward with this idea of doing an exclusive webinar. And today we are here. So thanks to Mr. Bapi and his team for giving this opportunity to me, and not only to Indian CSP WhatsApp group members. When I interacted with our BCSP, our strategic advancement manager, Ms. Shannon, when I shared with this idea, and we came up with the global social safety, health, and environment social media groups. There are so many from different parts of the world, as you see on the screen. There are so many people attending from different parts of the world today. That's why we are calling it as a global webinar for the social media groups members, basically. That's the whole objective of this particular webinar. We'll be sharing why this certification is important, what is the purpose of the certification, how you can improve your skills, all those things. But at the end of the webinar, whoever is attending the full webinar, they will be given some sort of a, waiver of the application fees worth $100. Actually, total fees is $160 for the application to BCSP certifications. But whoever is attending, almost 59 members are there. But again, let me tell you, gentlemen and ladies, we have got 340 registrations for this webinar. As per the research conducted in the virtual media platform, if you get 30% of the participants, that's a big success. Whoever is registered, if you get 20 to 30%, that's a big success. So we have got almost 20% of the registrations today. I'm sure many will be coming as we move forward, the number is increasing. It's now 60, 62, 63. So that's good to know. We have a 20 to 30%. That's very good success rate for this webinar. So in this webinar, again, I requested you to stop the cameras, please. You can open your cameras during the interactive session, then we'll have a very good interaction, So we will have as you see on the screen, the agenda is going to be like this: safety, health, and environment movement. We will have a brief introduction about the certifications, why we need to do the certifications, and we will also talk about the BCSP certifications, and BCSP certification programs, and what are the resources we have it. That also we will discuss. And I'm sure I'm getting a lot of disturbance from the participants. Again, you are sincere and disciplined guys, safety professionals. Please mute your microphones, mute your microphones as well as cameras, stop your cameras. So this is going to be our agenda for today, for next 1 hour or so. And let me start with our safety movement of today. In my company where I work, as well as I'm associated with the several professional bodies, whichever program we start with the safety, health, environment movement. And today I would like to start the same. Today I'm going to present something very important, safety, health, and environment movement. I'm sure many of you are aware, this is a safety, this is one of the model. If you are aware of this particular model, please type in the chat box, what exactly is this model? We use it for the accident prevention. So I'm sure many know about this particular model, the yellow slides, we call it. I'm going to tell you what exactly it is, but if you know, please, something, I think Harish or Shekhar, they very well came forward. It is a Swiss cheese model. Yes, you are absolutely right. So it is a Swiss cheese model. And what exactly we have done is we have converted this Swiss cheese model for the COVID-19 prevention. As you see on the screen, COVID-19 very well can be protected by this. What exactly is this? I'm sure many of you are wearing now when you go outside. This is the one you can use it. That is the first barrier. All these yellow slices are called the barriers. And we designed this into the COVID-19 prevention. The first barrier is the mask. The second barrier is the distancing, okay? And the second barrier is wash your hands. And the third barrier is wash your hands. And the fourth barrier is your decontamination of the surfaces. We also call the disinfection. When you use your hands, that's called the sanitization. When you do with the human bodies, that's the sanitization. When you do with the contact surfaces, non-living things, that's called the disinfection. And the final one, we call it as a final barrier, which is the vaccination. I'm sure many of the people who are attending here, they already taken the vaccine. If you have taken first dose, in the chat box, you put your first dose, which model you have taken as a 1, Covishield or Oxford or whatever it is. If you are taken as a 2 doses, put 2 and vaccine model. So that's what I just want to tell you. I wanted to have an interaction during my session, during the presentation itself. So you can always put in the chat box what are the questions you have it. So with all these barriers, at the end of the day, we come up with the continuous operations. We call it as a business continuity. So this is our model we are following in our company. I'm sure many of the companies are following this particular model. When I attended the ICMR webinar recently, Dr. He has presented this. I like this idea of Swiss cheese model to the COVID-19 model. So you are welcome to choose this particular model and share in your companies. You can always share your, in your companies as a safety movement, take a screenshot of this particular thing, or you can take a photos. So particularly we need to prevent this, because every company now has realized that how safety professionals are very important, how HSC professionals are very important, how they are contributing for the business continuity during this particular pandemic situation. So I just wanted to tell you about that. Okay, so let's continue with our today's topic. Today's topic is about the BCSP certifications, and I want to, before I go into the certifications, I just want to, give a brief introduction. What is this certification? Why we should go for it? So generally, we are all, I think, mostly I've seen the registrations are from the different parts of the world, but particularly from the developing countries, I see it. And this is as you see on the screen, this is a very conventional process for becoming a HSC professional, okay, or the safety professionals. We again go through the regular academic programs as a Bachelor of Engineering or the Diploma in Safety or the CLI. We also do the part-time courses like a CLI diploma or the NEBOS diploma, like a correspondence courses. And we also attend some sort of a short-term training courses from the companies. And that is also one of the main mechanism to become a safety professionals. But at the end of the day, again, through the work experience in our companies, there will be departmental changes, job rotations. You will be transferred to the safety department. Again, you become the safety professionals by doing your work, by work experience. So this is a very conventional way of becoming a HSC professionals. That's what I feel it. But when I came to Kuwait in the year 2001, I realized that there is something else is there to become a HSC professionals. Apart from the left side things, what you are seeing, there is a certification. Okay, gentlemen and ladies, there is a certification program. What exactly is this certification? Why should we go for certification? Basically, I'm going to explain you in detail what exactly is this certification, but let's talk about that certificate. We are all coming through, we are all becoming our professionals through the certificate process, but let's find out what is this certification. I'm sure many of you are already aware that you're all the part of the social media groups of the BCSP or the safety professional groups or whatever it is, or the ASSP Kuwait chapter members. Many of you already know this certification, but the benefit of the people who are attending first time, I just want to tell you that the certification comes from the assessment process, whereas the certificate comes from the educational academic process. I did my 4 years engineering degree. I can use it for all through my life. There is no expiry date for that. Whereas the certification has got an expiry date. If you don't improve your skills, if you don't meet the recertification process, that will get expired. The purpose of this recertification process is you need to keep up your knowledge. You need to improve your skills. That's one of the good benefit of the certification. Basically, it comes from some amount of the professional experience, okay? And it is awarded by the third party or standard setting organization. We are going to see what are those standard setting organizations. It also indicates competency as a measured against your defensible set of standards, usually by the examination. We have so many certification process, which always comes through the examination process. Nobody gives just like that. And it also typically results in a designation. For example, if you see my name, there are designations like a CSP and CFIOSH and QEP. These are all the designations you will get it from the certification process. Whereas your academic programs will have a BE or a something like that. Okay, and another important thing is the recertification, which I already emphasized on that. And we need to keep up our skills as well as our knowledge, our competency up to date by the recertification process. That comes from the certification. And in the certificate process, at the end of the result, you will be getting, individual may or may not need demonstrate knowledge, but you have the degree certificate. You may not have the knowledge, or you may not have the competency, but whereas the certification is something different. You will be going through all those processes before you get the certification. So I'm going to talk about more details about the certification, but at the end of the day, a person will ask me many times, why should I go for certification? What is the purpose of it? Every year I need to pay $180. What is the purpose of it? Why should I go for the certification? What is the need for it? So that's again, I just want to tell you that basically it raises your bar, okay? You will stand apart from the crowd. You are having a CSP or whatever certification you have it, you will have a very good benchmarking. Somebody has already benchmarked your competency levels to give you the certification process. And also it advances your safety professionalism. You will have a competitive advantage. Not only that, many people are experienced people here. When you are verifying your appointments or recruitments in your companies, you will always look for this particular thing, how this gentleman or the lady has gone through the academic process, how he is improving his skills through the certification process. It demonstrates your credibility. It sets the standards. Of course, at the end of the day, what is in it for me? What is bottom line? I'm going to show you some of the salary surveys, how these people will get more salaries as they move in the career. So these are some of the requirements. Not only that, many companies, when your company or when your contractor company is applying for the credentials or applying for the vendor qualifications, they ask for the CVs of the people. That time again, contract qualifications, the contract requirements also will help us. So these are some of the certifications importance. And let's see how the people are. There was a flash survey, lightning survey was conducted by ASSP, which is American Society of Safety Professionals. About 500 people participated in this particular survey of all the CSP holder or the certification holders, I can say. And you see on the screen there, about 32% are feeling for the career development. Again, you can put in your chat box why you are attending this particular webinar today, why you want to go for the CSP. Okay, please write in the chat box. Let's see whether this particular survey is reflecting your views or no. And about 140 people feels that I want to get recognized by my peers. Gentlemen, I'm telling you frankly, this was one of my feeling, that when I went for our ASSP conferences, many people are having CSPs and so many big certifications. Even though we have a qualification, we have the competency, the recognition those guys get, we do not get it. So I felt that recognition by peers is very, very important. That's why I did my certification. Okay, back in 2008. I will share my experience as I move forward. Okay, and about 19% of the people feels that the salary increase, because there are so many companies, as you improve your credentials, as you improve your qualifications, they give more salaries, they give increments. That is also one of the reasons. So that's also, I just want to put it here. Mr. Ayaz says that he wants to have an opportunity to career. Excellent. Mr. Harshad says that the career improvement. Again, you are reflecting this particular graph here. 32% people said that the same thing what you are telling, Mr. Harshad. So thank you very much for that input. Let's move forward. I said one of the thing, salary increase, about potential for increase in salary, which is 198%, which goes to almost, I think, almost about 20% of the people looking for that. How you can demonstrate that? This particular slide talks about that. In 2020, BCSP has done a survey with all the professional bodies like ASSP or AHA or whatever it is. So there are so many, survey has been done among the so many professionals, about thousands of professionals participated in this. And the outcome of this survey was about, I'm going to show you the outcome of this survey. You can get this survey through the links there. And outcome of this survey, there was 10,282 responses. In that, many people participated, and generally $20,000 per year, people are getting more who are having these certifications. Particularly, this particular survey was done by the BCSP. CSP people are getting $30 more per year than the person who is not having the certification. So you can see the gentleman, You have the so many benefits. At the end of the day, your bottom line also increases. Your paycheck also increases through these certifications. So that's the purpose of this. It's not only the salaries, but at the end of the day, you will stand apart from the crowd. People will receive you in your profession very well. Your thinking itself will change once you go through this certification process. Believe me, it happened to me, it happened to my colleagues, it will happen to you as well. And the need of the hour, because earlier every country was operating on their own. Now it's a globe. You can participate and support any country, and particularly this COVID-19 pandemic period, we are supporting. I'm sitting in Kuwait now, a little tiny nation, and everybody in the different parts of the world, people are listening to me. So everybody can support any organization from any parts of the world. So that is the globalization we have been calling. And this is the need of the hour, to gear up ourselves to have a global competencies. You need to see whichever country you are going, what are the certifications are allowed there, how can I improve those certifications, which are the certifications to choose. That's very, very important. Today we are going to talk about that, in fact. So if you, obviously everybody, even myself, will go into the Google and find out whichever I don't know. And today, if you want to do the certification, you will go into the Google, which certification is best in the field of environment, which certification is best in the field of, hygiene, health and hygiene. So I did the same thing, and you see about 400,000 results came, so many certifications. How do you choose what you want? Those days when I did it, there was not many professional organizations, there was not many like webinars or something like that. Everything is the paper-based. So it was very difficult for us to choose. But such webinars like today we are doing, it will give an idea to you what to choose, when to choose, where to choose, what are the minimum requirements people will have it. That's the whole thing I'm going to explain you today. How to choose the certifications. Plenty of certifications we have, and the growth in titles creates many questions. There are so many certifications are coming up, CSP, CRSP, QEP, C5OS, CMIOS, NEBOSH, so many things. Of course, NEBOSH is not a certification, by the way. So the growth of titles creates many questions. And what characteristics defines the quality? We all go for the ISO standards, Why we go for the ISO standard, International Organization for Standardization? Because they have some set of standards. If your company meets that, you will get the ISO standard. Similarly, we have the standards for the certification bodies, okay? National Commission for Certifying Agencies is there. There is a ISO IEC 17024. These are the general requirements for the bodies operating certification systems for personnel, okay? ANSI standard is there. And you need, when you choose your certification, you really need to choose whether this particular certification body is accredited or not accredited. If yes, which body it is accredited. So many things you can always choose it, okay? So that I'm going to tell you about these bodies more in detail, okay? Now, why I have chosen the BCSP certification? Because there are 15 certification programs approved by these certification bodies, and these certification programs, 15 belongs to different organizations, okay? Among the 15, 8 or 9 belongs to BCSP certification itself, okay? And there are other programs, certifications like CIH and other things, but out of these 15, 9 belongs to, 9 belongs to our BCSP, okay? And these are the, 8 of other 15 BCSP certifications, certification bodies belongs to, BCSP itself. So today we are going to talk about these 8 certifications and how these are the beneficial for any individuals, as they move forward in the career, okay? And there are, again, these 15 numbers are listed here. These 9 to 15 belongs to different other organizations, but 1 to 8 belongs to BCSP itself. So let's talk about the BCSP. BCSP is a Board of Certified Safety Professional established in USA in 1969, and the first certification came out in 1972 because there was a lot of preparation work, examination process, attestation process, accreditation process. So many people, so many things are there. Again, it's a not-for-profit organization registered in US, and there are 9 to 14 board members will be there. I am one of the board member. Actually, I mean, since the year 2008, I completed my CSP. I have been mentoring for so many people through ASSP, as well as the other different chapters we have in ASSP in different parts of the world, and have been mentoring. I was an international advisory member of the BCSP in 2018, and I applied for the board of directors position. I just wanted to take what are the global needs to the boardroom. That's why I succeeded. I'm going to tell you what are the benefits we got it from that. So I'm going to share that also, not for me, for the professionals from different parts of the world. So it's not a membership organization like ASSP. It's not a membership, it's a certification body. And it is internationally, gentlemen, it is internationally recognized in different parts of the world. I'm going to share with you how many professionals we have in India and in different parts of the world. Okay. And the main mission of the BCSP is how much job experience is required for doing CSP is a question from Mr. Basak. I'm going to tell you, Mr. Basak. So I'm going to go through all the chat boxes. Yes, certainly we'll go through that. But I'm going to tell you at the end of this presentation, you will get my answer. If you don't get it, again, put the question back again in the chat box. Thank you. So the mission is we inspire and develop leaders in safety, health, and environmental practice through globally accredited certification process. Gentlemen, this BCSP certification is not only accredited in US, but they have their certification is registered in different parts of the world. Okay, and I'm attending our certification body committee meetings. I know so many countries this has been registered as a professional certification. I'm going to tell about that also. And so the enhancing careers, advancing the profession, and protecting people. That's the mission of the BCSP. And the vision is very, very specific. The safer world through safety, health, and environmental leadership. That's one of the vision. And again, endorsing organizations, we call it. There are several professional bodies which are endorsed this particular BCSP. You see on the screen, there is AIHA, ASSP, and many members of the part of the ASSP today. And IISE, ISSS, NESTA, NFPA, NSC, SFPE. These are all the endorsing organizations that demonstrate that how competent BCSP is running their professional certification programs. So that's the purpose of this endorsing, so they keep supporting this BCSP in doing these programs and other things. And today, BCSP is a credentialing leader, no doubt about that, because of the history of excellence and almost 53 or 54 years going on now, and in this process, and exceptional standards of governance. That's very important, gentlemen and ladies. Any program, any organization you have to run means you need to have a good governance. When you don't have that good governance, everything will fail. The whole organization will fail. And another thing, gentlemen, why BCSP is a credentialing leader? Integrity in examination process, international recognition, maintains highest standards of accreditation. Today, we have about 59,000 active certification member holders, and in 108 plus countries. Okay, so this is about the BCSP as a credentialing leader. And for example, as a global level, CRSP is the one which is a Canadian Registered Safety Professionals. They introduced in 1976. And IOSH has got so many programs like a CFIOSH or CMIOSH. They introduced in 2005. And only ABIH, which is a CIH, which started in 1952. whereas BCSP started in 1969. CIH is mainly for the hygienist, certified industrial hygienist program, So that's about the BCSP. And let's talk about the certifications. What are the types of certifications? We have it. We have the professional level, we have the management level, we have the technician and supervisory level, we have the training level also. So the certified instructional trainer, that is one of the certification. And if you are a safety, health, environmental trainer, if your profession is that, please look for the CIT program. That's very good program. If anybody is a trainer in this attending in this program, you can always put your message there. As of now, we have about 97 participants. That is good to know that that's a good number of participations today, crossing about 35 to 40% of registrations. So this is again as you see on the screen, these are the various certification programs which BCSP has got it. CSP is we call it the gold certification, highest in the field, which is a certified safety professional. ASP is the middle level, associate safety professional. Safety management specialist, which is SMS. And there are eligibility criteria. Some people questioned what are the requirements. So I'm going to tell you that safety management specialist requires only the experience, not the educational qualifications. And there is a OHST, occupational hygiene and safety technician, and the CHST, which is the construction health and safety technician. And we have the safety trained supervisor, and we have the safety trained supervisor construction, STSC. These are the technician level certifications. And we have the very, very educational certification program, which is CIT, which is a certified instructional trainer, basically. Okay, so that's about the BCSP certifications. Many people have been asking the questions about the eligibility criteria. Before I go to the eligibility criteria, I just want to tell you about these certifications, in which safety culture they fit in. For example, CSP and SMS is a little professional and little higher level. They are involved in the strategic planning. And we have the ASP, TSP, and GSP. I'm going to talk about that. They are the middle level, middle management, safety practitioners. And the CIT, as I was telling, that's a training program. And OHST, CHST, and all these things are the technician and the floorman level, supervisor level, I can say. And their qualification requirements also less. Okay. And another thing, gentlemen, as I was telling, that we used to have a 59,000 plus certification bodies, certification holders, different parts of the world. This is the breakup of those certification members, and we have a 20,000 plus certified safety professionals in different parts of the world among these 59,000. And another good news I'm going to tell you for the people from India today, after US, India is having the highest number of CSP holders, around 491, I think. Okay, so the 472. So as of 3rd July 2021, 3rd August 2021, this is coming from the BCSP certification holders. If you go to the BCSP website, you can find out the people who are certified from the country-wise, certification body-wise, like that, because there will be a lot of BCSP has got a very strict program of tracking. If anybody is misusing the certification, CSP and other things, they will be penalized as per the US regulations and other things. So you can also find out the people who are misusing these certifications in this credential directory. So that's a very good system of tracking also is there. So, and India is second in having highest number of BCSP certification holders as of today. It's dynamic, again, every day it is changing. So earlier Canada was second one, but now India is having the highest number of certification holders after USA. And many people may be asking a question, how this certification process is to go. Apply online, again, online fees is $160, but all these 97 people who are attending today, I think 100 numbers today, now it is 100. So all 100 people who are attending now will get $100 waiver, $100 waiver fees. It will come. And once you apply, you can determine your eligibility. Once you are eligible for the whichever certification you are, you want to pursue it, you may be going to the CIT, you may be going to the ASP, whatever it is, you can go as per your eligibility. You have to write the exam, you purchase the exam, there is examination fees for that, and you have to pass the exam. After passing, don't think that your pursuance is ending there. Your pursuance starts from there, because it's not an academic or certificate program. It is a something different program, So you need to maintain your certification or recertification. And once in 5 years, you need to maintain 25 points. I'm going to talk about that. And you need to also pay the renewal fees. So that's very important to know. Then there is a simple step-by-step process I'm going to tell you for that. There is a bcsp.org. You can always go for that. Somebody, Mr. Muhammad, asked what is the examination fee. It's $350 as of now, $350. Okay, and once you apply online, and you will be evaluated based on the 4 E's. Okay, they are based on the 4 E's. What are the 4 E's? One is eligibility, one is education, and the experience, examination, and ethics. Okay, and additional requirements are CSP must pass 2 exams. I was telling that ASP is the middle level, but one good news is there for the people who are pursuing in the academic programs, in the safety, health, and environment programs. There is a good news of the ASP waiver. I'm going to tell about that good news little while, how you can get the waiver for the ASP. Okay, and for the CSP, we have the minimum academic requirement, which is a bachelor's degree. I think somebody asked this question. And experience requirement is the 4 years. Okay, gentlemen, 4 years experience required. And examination, you should pass the examination of ASP, or you should get the waiver of the ASP through the equivalent programs. Then ethics. This is very important for our profession. BCSP has got a code of ethics, and commitment to the BCSP code of ethics. That's very important. Even there will be a lot of questions from the ethical point of view also, how you will react for the ethic related decisions. They will give a scenario and you need to demonstrate what is your answer. So that gives a indication that how you are complying or committing to the BCSP code of ethics. Okay, and ASP eligibility requirement is very, very simple. You need to have an associate degree or accredited associate degree, accredited bachelor degree in any field. Gentlemen, in this part of the world, in many parts of the world, people think that if you are done a mechanical engineering, you should always go into the mechanical side. That's a mixed concept. Okay, you can always go into the different field going through the certification. That's why accredited bachelor degree in any field. In Kuwait, I have so many people who are Bachelor of Arts, who are Bachelor of Commerce. They did the CSP. Okay, they are eligible. So that's the purpose of, that's the goodness of these certification programs. There is no limit for your learning knowledge. Don't think that you're only arts guy and I cannot do this technical program. No, you can go through that and you can go do it. If you are very smart enough, if you prepare well, you can do it. And the experience requirement is 1 year. Okay, and some of the TCSP is available to individuals who have qualified environmental, equivalent programs, QEP. Remember, gentlemen, I was participating in the BCSP ambassador for many years as an international advisory committee member. I did a good support along with Mr. Jitu Patel, who is my colleague in ASSP, and we really brought our international qualification to the board of BCSP and availed the ASP waivers. I'm going to tell you what exactly this QEP and how you can get the waivers. The eligibility is a curriculum-based certificate program or international degree program in SHE. That's the one we got it. So we have so many bachelor degree programs related to the safety, health, and environment, and they will be evaluated. Basically, they will be evaluated. There is a technical evaluation committee. They will be evaluated and giving the QEP status, qualified environment equivalent program status. Once you get that status, once your academic program gets that status, you will be waived with the ASP. And currently, there are 15 eligible certificates, diplomas are there from 13 national and international institutions. So, I think people from India must be aware there is a CLI diploma, okay, RLI diploma, Regional Labor Institute of the Ministry of Labor. So that diploma is part of this. Again, you can't see the little screen slide there, but if you go into the BCSP or put in the Google BCSP QEP programs, you will be getting there. There is Anna University program from India. There's a Cochin University program from India. There's a CLI diploma program from India. And gentlemen, many people do the state technical board diplomas. They are also gets the waiver through the ASSP India chapter. We were particularly focusing on there are several state boards in India, Tamil Nadu, and as well as different Andhra Pradesh. They have technical boards. They also offer 1 year diploma, safety diploma. If you complete that, you can also get the waiver for the ASP. And I recommend you, if you have any clarification, you just drop in an email to me. I can always do it, and we will always get the more information on that. There are so many programs from the Singapore, as well as Nigeria, as well as different party. And in your countries, I know there are so many people attending from different parts of the world. In your countries, if there is any bachelor program focusing on health, safety, and environment, you can always approach the BCSP. Gentlemen, you cannot approach directly. Your college or your academic institution should approach to BCSP to get this waiver. So there is a evaluation process for that. So you need to do a little more work on that. Again, if you need more information on that, you can always contact me, of course. And as you see on the screen, there are so many programs being offered by the international organization. One particular program is the Masters in Occupational Safety and Health, offered by the ILO, International Labour Organization. So they also get the waiver for the ASP. Even NABOSH, National and International Diploma, gets the waiver for the ASP. Gentlemen, remember, NABOSH General Certificate, International General Certificate is very famous in this part of the world. NABOSH International General Certificate is a very, very basic program that does not get the waiver. Only International Diploma will get the waiver, okay? And many people, it comes into the safety profession by means of experience, okay? But they do not have the academic programs, have bachelor degrees. So BCSP has introduced a very new program, which was introduced almost 3 or 4 years back, called SMS, Safety Management Specialist. So you need to have a 10 years of safety management experience, and 35% of your task is related to the safety management programs, then you are eligible. This is a very good program, which is a management level. Of course, as you go on the career or the ladder, you will be into the management, so you are eligible for that. And another thing is OHST, which is a technician level program. You need to have a 3 years. You don't need to have any bachelor degree or any qualification. You can eligible. It's like an NABOSH International General Certificate program. Okay. And there is a CHCST also. That's a construction related. So you're also, you can eligible for that. And STS, STSC also eligibility requirements, 30 hours formal safety related training. You can sit for that. Again, these are all the certification programs. You need to recertify yourself for these programs. Again, CIT is very, very important program. So you can always get very good knowledge in the training. I'm sure many of people who are attending today, about 105 members are attending today. You can always get the CIT that really gives very good insight into how you will deliver the training, what are the communication, how you will engage the participants. very good program CIT is. So if you are into the training field, I always recommend you to go for this particular training program. And we have been talking about, from the time of this presentation, I have been talking about the recertification. Recertification, every 5 years, you need to get the recertification points, about 25 points for the CSP. Under which categories you need to get it? There is a 10-point category. Either you can give the professional safety practice, okay? If you get another postgraduate diploma or another qualification like a MTech or anything, you will get some points for that. If you have a ASSP member, if you have a NSC member in India, if you have a GSHP member in India, you will get the points for that. If you do the organizational service, if you are executive committee member of ASSP or NSC, any professional organization, you will get some points. If you present a technical conference presentation, you will get some points. You have done some research, you identified some new things, innovative things, you got the patent for any of your efforts, you will get the points for that. If you service to the BCSP, like me as a BCSP ambassador, you will get 1 point or 0.1 point or whatever it is for that. And professional development conferences, if you attend professional development conferences, you will get a point for that. If safety related courses, seminar, other educational programs, certificates, ready leadership quiz programs, there are points available for that. There is a BCSP recertification program. It's a paid program. You will get points for that. If you give, again, I was telling that if you do another academic program, you will get points for that. So if you improve your advances in your degree, you will get a point for that. Again, I'm a CSP. If I do the CMIOSH, you will get a point for that. So something like that. There is a recertification requirements under different categories. For example, CSP, ASP, SMS, 25 points every 5 years, and other technician level programs, 20 points every 5 years. So you need to maintain that. And these are the recertification requirements for the STS and STSC, 30 hours programs in the 5-year cycle, you need to attend it. Okay, and you can also go through the CSP, ASP, and other programs if you meet the eligibility requirements. Okay, and this is very important of today's presentation. Resources. Okay, resources is very important. I just want to cover today. Again, I came to this idea of doing this webinar through one of the social media group, and that is one of the basic resources I just want to highlight here. The first thing is knowing your strengths and weaknesses. Okay, having an examination preparation and the study plan. Somebody put in the chat box, study hard. Not only study hard, study smart. Okay, that's what is required. You need to understand what are your strengths and weaknesses. Do the SWOT analysis of your own strengths and weaknesses and opportunities and threats. Okay, where you are weak, what are your threats, And there are some programs like a BCSP has got their own programs, like exam blueprints also available. Again, it's a paid process, and the exam core also available. Online self-assessments also available. These online self-assessments will tell you there will be some questions, and if you attend that, if you pass 50%, 60%, that is the evaluation of yourself, where you have to increase your skills. It will also tell you, develop a test-taking strategy, develop a test-taking strategy and understand how to use the on-screen. Earlier, when I did back in 2008, I used to carry my calculator, scientific calculator. Now it is not allowed. There is an online calculator is available. So you have to do the practice for that. Okay. And let's go to the, yes, this is the exam core, which BCSP has got their own package for the providing the training. It is available for the ASP, CSP, and SMS. So you can always go into that and do of course, it's a paid organization. Paid service. You have it for the OHST and CHST. It's about $999 for 6 months access. So that's about the 40 plus training modules are there. There are the electronic books for the CSP and ASP, as well as the calculator, online calculator. So many things are already available there in this exam core. So there are so many other service providers are there in the market. So you can always put in a Google. Of course, there is a social media mentoring programs also there. And this is a recertification pro, which is for the people who are already taken the certifications. So you remember I mentioned 25 points. So how can you get the 25 points? There is a online quizzes or something like that in the Research Pro. It's a paid service again. You can always register and get it. And choosing the right certification is very important. 7 steps to safety certification. It is available in the BCSP site. You pick a right certification for you, meet the educational requirement, meet the work experience requirement, apply online, use this $100 code and purchase your exam and sit for your exam, meet recertification points, okay? And preparing the exam is very, very important. Completing the self-assessment examination, perform individual study, okay? Perform group studies, okay? Participate in informal study groups, attend formal review courses, and knowing your strengths and weaknesses. We already talked about that. And having an examination study plan. One secret I can tell you that once you finish your ASP, immediately within a month or 2, you should go for the CSP, because most of the foundation is there in ASP, and it will be CSP is little deeper. If you delay, you will lose all your whatever you gain, knowledge you gained in that, you will forget it again. You have to start from the scratch. So you need to focus immediately, okay? And coming to the other resources, BCSP has got a mentoring program. Means if you go into the BCSP, you will find the mentors. There are so many mentors registered from different parts of the world. And we have in Kuwait, Mr. Ravi Thamanur, as well as Mr. Bala Sivasirikant and Mr. Sanjay Jaiswal. We do the BCSP study groups on every weekend, Friday. I think there are so many CSPs, about 15 CSPs have passed out from this study group in Kuwait from last 1 or 2 years. And you can have your own study group. Again, gentlemen, no need to meet in person nowadays. We have so many tools, free tools are available. Study group can be from any part of the world. Only thing is you need to choose a time and platform and how you can go ahead. So that's very important. And there are online preparatory workshops are there. Now these smartphones have got a wonderful opportunity, okay? The smartphones have got a wonderful opportunity of the applications, you know. There is a free application from the Bowen EHS. You can download that. You can get to 10 questions every attempt, and out of 10, so very good technical questions, and you can check your knowledge. So always you can do that. And specific preparatory workshops and professional organization for its members. And when I did in 2008, there was none of these online resources are there, only paper-based, and always, you know, we used to get a CDs. The costly CD, we used to get a CD, preparatory CDs, and we have to do that through that. So test taking is very, very important. There are a sample or, you know, what you call the pilot tests are there. So if you get 85 to 90% in the pilot test, that really gives you a good confidence that you can really pass it, you know. Many people can ask, how much percentage you have to get it, you know. Generally, it will be, you see, everybody will not get the same question bank, you know. There are different question banks. You don't know which one you will get it, you know. Generally, it will be 56 to 60% in that range, you should get it. And the group studies, again, online group studies are very important. Social media groups is very, very, very important. I am a member of a CSP group from India, CSP group from Kuwait, CSP group from the Saudi Arabia by Mr. Raghu. And there are, and my friend from Bill Gettings, he has got his own Facebook safety engineers group. There are so many social media groups, gentlemen. So see, this is the first time I got 350 members registrations for this particular webinar, and attending about 105 members now. That really indicates how social media is making a influence in our lives. So let's use this social media for our own benefit, if you are already using it, in fact. So study groups is very, very important. Online study mechanism is always possible. If any of you wants to, you know, part of the study group or online social media groups, please leave your phone number in the chat box or send an email to me. I can connect to Mr. Bapi or Mr. Bala or Mr. Sanjay you will be part of this. No need to be in Kuwait, or no need to be in India, or no need to be in US. You can be different part of the world. Now the it's a one world, so anywhere, anytime you can contact, and this is another important thing. You can make a note of that particular video. Vimeo video is there, 237226074. If you put in Google, you can go to this particular video. This was about 2-hour workshop we have conducted for the ASSP Kuwait chapter members. There were a lot of interaction in that webinar, how to prepare for the exam, what are the resources available. Whenever you are free, whenever you are relaxedly traveling, use the Bluetooth or something like that. You can listen to this particular video in more detail. And there are a lot of podcasts also available for the CSP preparation. So you can always go through that. And that's about, I have 4 minutes left. So gentlemen, that's about the resources. And again, as announced by Shannon, our strategic advancement manager of the BCSP, she was really excited to see this opportunity. Let's do it for the social media groups members. She has offered $100 application fee waiver. So many people asked about the question, you correct? Many people asked about the question that what is the examination fees? What is the application fees? Gentlemen, application fees is $160. You will get the $100 waiver. And once you prepare for the application is accepted, then you have to purchase the examination, $350. And you need to basically choose which country, which city, and choose the Pearson VUE Center. Of course, everything is there in the online. You can always go for the Pearson VUE Center, which is accredited, approved by BCSP, and you can choose the examination date. Again, once your application is approved, they will give the 1 year of the preparation time. So 1 year of the preparation time, once you purchase your examination or once you pay the examination fee of $350. If you are unable to do 1 year, again, you have to pay $100 extra to get additional eligibility period. So it is always better to do before your availability period. So that's very important, So that's about the certification programs. And if you have any questions, you're always welcome to ask. And there are a lot of questions. Many people have left their phone numbers in the, our chat box. You can always raise your hand, then I will allow one by one, or you can open your mic, you can talk also. That facility also we are given there. And this is my name, Ashok Garlapati, and you can always put a chat box in the phone number or something like that. Other social media groups will contact you. You can be part of that particular member. If Bapi is online, you can leave Bapi your number there, CSP group number, so people can ask their questions. So I am putting everybody on the gallery mode so that we can always discuss. So this end of my presentation, but now it is open for the discussions, gentlemen. Yes, anybody raise the, I think one Mr. Muhammad. Yes, go ahead, Muhammad.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for this session.
Yes.
So my question is that if I want to do, for your advice, I have a 15 years experience. I'm a diploma candidate mechanical, and I have a report IGC. So which is good to do? What is your suggestion to?
Suggestion is, see, you have a diploma and you will get the waiver for this, okay? So for example, in the Gulf countries, particularly Qatar, they clearly mention that CSP or IOSH certifications are highly recommended, okay? So even I recruit so many people in our company. When we are evaluating, we always see, okay, that whether he has got any certifications. So those things will give a idea to your shortlisting guy that this guy is very much interested. This guy is improving his skills. So once you mention all these things in the CV, that will really help. So I cannot guarantee that Kuwait will give you the job, but it will really help in your opportunities, your marketability. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Got it.
Shekhar Reddy, raise the hand. Head Shekhar.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Very nice program which is conducted by you, sir.
Thank you.
And one my query is, you are talking about the diploma. Those who are having the diploma holders, they will have the waivers.
Yes.
And Annamalai University,
Mhm.
we have those who have passed the diploma in industrial safety courses has been passed from the Annamalai University.
Yes.
Is it any waiver for that ASP certification, sir?
I will tell you, Mr. Shekhar. So
Yeah.
as of now, CLI, RLI, state technical diplomas in India are given the waiver. If you
Yeah.
want to pursue for the Annamalai University diploma, you have to
Yeah.
write to BCSP with the what is the academic program, how many modules are there, what is the examination process, what is the eligibility criteria, everything you have to
Okay.
send it to BCSP. They will evaluate and give the waiver.
Okay, that means we are sending to the BSSP through the university or from individual also we can send it, sir?
No, through the university, you have to send it. You do the initial communication and you
Okay.
you advise the universities to send it. So like that.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. So I see Mr. Amal.
Good evening, Ashok sir.
Good evening. Good evening. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah,
good evening,
Ashok sir.
Amal.
First of all, I would like to thank you very much for giving us such a beautiful and knowledgeable session for us, how
Thank
to
you.
get the certification. Really, it was an eye-opening presentation for
you.
us.
Thank you.
And sir, I have my diploma in mechanical engineering.
Mhm.
Can I go to ASP?
What is a bachelor degree? Bachelor, you don't have the bachelor's?
No, sir, I don't have bachelor's. I have mechanical diploma.
Mhm. Then you can
Yes, sir.
go for the ASP. Okay. You
Yes,
can go
sir.
for the ASP. After passing the ASP, you have to go for the CSP.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can go for that. Yes.
Sure, sure.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Sir,
This is
good evening.
Amal. So I just want to know whether this ASP waiver, this is
Mhm.
applicable for all state board of technical education from India, because I have done my diploma from Maharashtra State Board of Technical Education, and I'm having a Bachelor of Engineering.
Yes, very much available. You can write to BCSP and copy an email to me. There's no problem. You can always yes. And many of our
So we will be
SSP
getting the ASP waiver is applicable, right?
yes, exactly. And
Oh,
gentlemen,
okay, thanks.
yes, thank you, gentlemen. I will call the name. Then
Sir,
you
thank you,
speak, because we don't want multiple talkers. Okay. Next is Prashant Kumar. Prashant.
Good evening, sir. I have a doubt. I have done my industrial diploma from MSBT,
Okay.
and I have done my bachelor's in electronics and communication.
Okay.
So, from the background of electronics and communication, can I write CSP exam?
Very much. That's what I was telling. There are so many people who are bachelors of arts, bachelor of commerce. So you are engineering. Absolutely no issues. Only thing is your MSBT diploma should be given by the state technical board. Okay. If it is not given, you have to go to the ASP. Then only you can go for the CSP.
It is given by the state technical board. And
Then
second doubt is whether I have to get all the documents checked means through third party, or shall I upload all the documents in the CSP website and it will be all right?
See, until 2 years back, there was there's a review process. Okay. Now BCSP is accepting that directly they are doing it. Okay. So they may do some sort of additional services, but they are doing the evaluation by themselves.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
very much.
Next is Mr. Edla Satyanarayana.
Sir, வணக்கம்.
Vanakkam.
Yes, sir.
சொல்லுங்க சார், சொல்லுங்க. வந்திருக்கீங்களா ஃபைலுக்கு?
Sir, good evening, sir. This is Satyanarayana.
ஐயா.
Yes.
Sir, my question.
ஆமா,
Thank you.
No problem. சொல்லுங்க ஐயா.
I request others to
வீட்ல தான்.
mute. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Satya. Go ahead. Satya, I can't hear you. Did you mute yourself? You are muted.
Sir. Yeah, good evening, sir, and thank you very much for your nice presentation.
Okay.
And I just have a query about MTech HSC, which I have pursued from University of Petroleum and Energy, Dehradun.
Okay.
Is it eligible to get waiver for this one ASP?
Very much, very much. I am very much familiar with the MTech and it's very much eligible. Only thing is your university from
Yes, sir.
Dehradun, they have to write to BCSP. Okay. So then
Okay, sir.
you
Okay.
have to write to your university, providing all the information, then they will get it. Yeah.
Means that the course details they have to send to BCSP, sir?
Exactly. Exactly. Yes.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
you.
Thank you.
Mr. Praveen Chowdhury, please unmute and ask your question.
Hi, good evening, sir.
evening.
I am Praveen from Greater Noida. I did my BSc in physics, completed my MSc in environmental sciences,
Okay.
and did diploma in industrial safety from CLI. Can I appear directly to CSP?
Very much, very much. You meet all the requirements to get the ASP waiver. Yes.
Okay, I am working in Honda Cars and working as a chief safety officer from last 20 years.
Very good.
So I think,
Excellent. You can get it. Yes.
okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Praveen.
Would seek your guidance in future also.
Certainly. Welcome. Yes. And Mr. Vijay Kolhar. Mr. Vijay, you raised your hand. Yes.
Yes, yes, good evening. First of all, thank you very much for creating a big platform for all the safety professionals here.
Yeah.
My question is that we are grateful that you are offering a $100 application waiver.
Correct.
So how long this waiver would be valid? Like my plan is to start preparing the application from next year, 2022 onwards. And then I will appear for exam maybe my December 2022 or so. Will I use your the offer until next year? Can I use like that?
No, I think it is valid for 3 years or 6 months. So sorry, 3 months or 6 months. So when you get the code, you will get the validity period also. But my recommendation is go through the application process. Okay. When you want to get the eligible, do the course, that time you purchase the exam. So you get the application review and eligibility ready. Okay, that will be the best thing to do for in your case.
Okay, sir. So that because see, I know that when the moment application is approved, from there we have got 1 year time to prepare and write the exam.
Okay.
But I was thinking I need little more time. So should I, like if I start applying now, so then I have to use the code, right? And then
Yes.
I get only 12 months. I need to take at least 18 months or maybe more.
No, that's what I'm telling you.
How do I use
You get the application, processed. You buy the examination when you want to write the exam. That facility is there always with you.
Okay, sir. Got it. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr.
Yeah.
Khan Saab.
I have a question.
Nadir
I have a
Khan
question
Saab.
for,
Yeah.
yeah. So for ASP and CSP, we need to pay $350 each. That is $700.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Mr. Nadir Khan from Saudi Arabia. Nadir bhai, kaisa hai?
सर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ठीक ठाक सर मैं आपको देखना चाहता था थैंक्स फॉर वेरी गुड सेशन सर फॉर इंफॉर्मेशन एंड एवरीथिंग
Thank you.
and I really appreciate your work sir your efforts for ASSP and BCSP sir I have just little question I have simple graduation okay sir arts
Fine.
Yes.
so I can apply for the ASP because I have 13-year experience in drilling.
You can very well
HSC.
apply, Kadir bhai. You can very well apply. Any bachelor degree holder can apply. Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. After I will contact you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And Mr.
See you, sir.
Mr. Yogesh. Go ahead, Mr. Yogesh.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, good evening, sir. Yogesh.
Good evening. Good
Oh.
evening.
Hello.
Whoever
Yeah.
has finished the
Sir,
question, they
my-
can lower their hand, please.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mr.
No
Yogesh.
problem.
Yeah.
Sir, I have.
Yeah.
Sir, I have two questions.
Yeah.
First,
Jerry.
first question is.
Nine. I'll call you. So I
Hello.
Good night.
Hello.
Go ahead, Yogesh. There was a
Hello.
crosstalk. Yeah.
Yeah, I have two questions. First, first question is how to get all the certificate and verification for this particular CSP program. How to do that first, and second is how we will get the code for $100 waiver.
See, first question is if you go to the BCSP website, there is a catalog of the for the CSP. In that there is a listed program, listed evaluation organizations are there. Okay, there is educational prospectus one, which is the one that they do it. Okay, and you can always get that. And regarding this waiver code, you will get the email after this webinar is completed. Whoever is attended, he will get the email. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Do we have to send our original certificates to BCSP?
Unfortunately, that was the process long ago. When I did it, all my original certificate I sent to US by DHL courier. I was until it comes back, it was big.
Actually,
nowadays it is not required.
Yeah,
you have to send only the electronic. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks a lot.
Mr.
Very nice session, sir.
Thank you
nice
very much.
session.
Thank you. Give the feedback. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Abu Yafam bhai, kaisa hai? ASSP Kuwait chapter. Go ahead, Abu Yafam. Okay, let's go to the Mr. Basak. Mr. Basak.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Basak. Yeah.
Hi, sir. Thank you for this informative session.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask that I did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering. Then I have gone through RLI.
Okay.
Now I'm working since past 4 years in the safety field only.
Okay.
So is it advisable to do ASP or CSP in initial phase of career? Means is it advisable by
very
yourself,
much advisable?
or is it a difficult
if you are meeting the requirements, it's very much advisable. Okay. It's very much.
Oh, sir, one more question is there. Is ASPs need to be done before doing CSP? Is it mandatory or something? Any requirement like is there?
If you are not meeting the waiver requirements, it is a mandatory. Yes.
Okay. So actually, as I have I have RLI and bachelor's in mechanical, so I can directly apply for CSP.
Yeah, of course. You have the RLI, correct? You can. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to the Mr. Harsh Dayal.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the opinion, sir. First of all, thanks a lot for the remarkable session.
Yes.
And I just need to ask, sir, I am basically a graduate in BSc, and then I did a post-graduation diploma in disaster management through IGNOU. And a state diploma from Maharashtra board. So my experience is total is 3.5 years, and that includes 6 months internship. So though these 6 months internship are also included as an experience for ASP waiver and all.
Yes, you can include in that, provided your supervisor signs. Okay. Yeah, you can.
Means I have a certificate for that.
Yeah, no problem. Yes, you can consider that. Yeah.
Okay, sure, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, next is, let me go back to the Harsh Dayal and Muhammad Ziauddin. Yes, Muhammad Zia. Okay, Muhammad Ziauddin. Okay, Mr. Ramana Venkata. Mr. Ramana, go ahead, Mr. Ramana. Mr. Rajshekhar Angadi.
Sorry, sir. I was in chat box. That's why it was delayed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Wait, Mr. Rajshekhar. Mr. Ramana is back. Okay, Mr. Ramana.
Okay, sir. My question is, I have a code received from some other organization. Now I'm going to receive a fee waiver for this program also.
Yeah, of
So
course.
can I use these two
No, you
different codes in for CSP and no, not for one. One for ASP and one for CSP. Is it okay?
No, see, Ramana, once you apply for the ASP, your application is processed. So you don't need to apply for the
Okay.
CSP directly. You have to only pay the examination fees. That's a very good question you asked.
Oh.
So, okay, one time
Okay,
application
okay.
only is required. Yeah. Only
Oh,
one.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Mr. Rajshekhar, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, good evening, sir. It's a very useful session. Actually, 2 years back, I registered for CSP.
Okay.
Okay, and I gone through the books. David Yates and another book is there.
Okay.
In last, but unfortunately I'm not able to give the exam. Can you recommend any particular books for the examination preparation?
See, if you go to the BCSP site, there is a blueprint is there. Okay.
Yes,
And the books also there. So, Mr. Rajshekhar, I will suggest you one thing. There are several online resources are there now. Online workshops are there. Okay. So those workshops are designed specifically for the ASP or CSP or whatever examination you can take it. So I recommend you to go through those workshops in addition to the books. Okay. So your study plan has to be smart. Okay. So I read one statement. If you want to see the time, you don't need to learn how to build a watch. Only you have to learn how to see the time. So you have to be very smart in preparing. Okay, Rajshekhar?
Yes, sir. And sir, you suggest that core exam.
Exam core
Can
is,
we go
yes,
for core exam
that's one of the BCSP program itself. You can always go through for that. Yes, that's a very good package. They have it. Yes, exam core. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody has left out now so far? Muhammad Ziauddin, Abu Elifam, and Vijay Kolkar. I think they already asked the question, but they are not raised. One, Mr. Murugan Solai Malai. Mr. Murugan, Solanga.
Sir, good evening, sir. It was an excellent program.
Thank you.
I wanted to have a clarification on. I registered sometime back in CSP, but
Okay.
it got elapsed. I could not able to complete it.
Okay.
Now again, I have to complete the whole process. How it is, sir?
How many years back it was?
It was last pandemic, sir. That due to the first wave COVID, that time it got elapsed.
Okay, you can write back to them, okay, officially saying that due to pandemic I could not apply and kindly consider for the eligibility, something like that. Let's wait for that. But strictly speaking, I mean, I am not sure whether they can consider your request, but nothing wrong in applying and sending a request. Okay.
Sir, I requested them. They said no. You have to go for the new process. That means I wanted to know new process means even the certificate verification like US equivalency certificate and all already got it.
No,
that's same. I can use it.
Yeah, of course you can use it. No need for again. That will not change anyway. So that can be used. Yeah.
The only thing I need to again this 160 I have to pay and do the process.
No,
from the beginning.
You have to pay only $60 because you will get $100 waiver.
Yeah, now today it's because of you, it's only 60. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. So
Thank
we
you,
have another Mr. Vishnu Gopal. Mr. Vishnu. Yes.
Sir.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, first of all, thank you for your valuable time for this seminar, sir.
Thank you. Yes.
Sir, my question is,
Mm-hmm.
what is the scope of these certifications in India?
See, India is opening up now. If you have listened to my presentation, India is having a second highest number of CSPs in the world now after US. Okay. So there are so many other multinational companies are coming and doing it. But don't only think that India, now it's a global, globalization. You can go any part of the world. This is education. Nobody can take from you. Always it is valid and you can always.
Yes, sir.
Okay, India also, again, I'm telling you one
Okay,
thing.
okay.
There are so many of my friends in L&T safety managers, when they are recruiting the people, they always see these things. They always share with me. Even ASSP India president yesterday,
Yes,
he was
sir.
talking to me, Mr. Sen, he wants to do a workshop for the ASP and CSP for their chapter members. So absolutely, not only in India, in any part of the world, this will be useful. So you can always go for it. Yes.
Okay, sir. Sir, one more question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, you said that you are giving us a application fee waiver of
Yeah.
$100.
Yeah.
If I apply this on the next month, September,
Okay.
I am getting this waiver.
Of course.
And
Yeah.
according to my knowledge, this application will be valid up to 1 year.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. This
Yes.
waiver code is
Okay, sir.
in, 3 months. Application, once you get the exam,
Yes.
within 1 year you have to prepare it. Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah. In between, I have purchased that exam. Then the exam will go on to another 1 year.
Exactly. Yes, absolutely right.
Likewise, if I applied and I carried that application for 11 months and applied it, purchased the exam on the 11th month, it will automatically I will get a two-year time span.
Exactly.
For studying,
exactly.
sir.
Yes, yes, absolutely correct.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else? I think others have raised the question. I mean, Mr. Kashif Mukhtar. Yes, Mr. Kashif. Salam.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
First of all, I want to congratulate for this nice awareness session.
Thank
Sir,
you.
I want to ask one question. So, how many percentage of this examination is technical, and how many percentage of this examination is non-technical? Because so many people have non-technical background and so many have technical background. So I want to know about the paper pattern and.
No, if you ask me like that, there are 9 domains, and there are domains. There is a physics. For the ASP, I'm telling you, there is a domains: physics, chemistry, mathematics. You have the applied mechanics calculations. You have the fire calculations. So I can say 60 to 70% are related to the technical. Okay, others are related.
Okay.
Others are related to the management as well as the code of ethics and all those things.
Okay.
Okay.
It means major part of the examination is technical.
Exactly. Yes. Yes, I can say that.
Mr. Ashok, can you hear me, please?
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Padmanabhan, go ahead, Mr. Padmanabhan.
Yeah, just a quick question. Thank you for your presentation. It was very informative. And my question would be, what's the exact number of questions for CSP right now? Because is it 200 or 175?
The question bank, you mean?
No, yeah, the exam.
Number of questions, you mean, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's 175 for the CSP and 200 for the ASP. That was long ago, but I'm sure this is the same. People who are really, recently passed out, they can really tell. But yes, it is 175 and 200. Yeah.
All right, then. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr.
Sir, all these questions are objective?
Yes, of course. All these questions are objective. That's
no descriptive type.
No descriptive type.
No descriptive.
No. It's all objective, and you need to.
Thank you, sir.
You need to have a good calculations to come up with what exactly the correct answer. Yes. Mr. Asim Rashid.
Hi, good evening. My question is, what is the difference between CSP exam and SMS exams?
SMS, correct?
Yes.
So CSP exam, as I said, it is you should have the bachelor degree, and it's more of a professional level, technical level, okay? And SMS is the management side. The people who are having 10 years of experience in the safety thing, but they do not meet the educational qualifications, they can go for the safety management program, which is a more of a management questions related, decision making, strategic planning, all those things. But whereas the CSPs are more of a technical side.
Okay, thank you.
If you go to the BCSP website, there are the domains for the CSP, what are the domains, and the SMS, what are the domains. So you can easily identify which are the basic differences. Okay.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Mr. Subbarao, yes, Mr. Subbarao Palagummi. He's from.
Yeah, good evening, Ashok.
Good evening, good evening.
Wonderful insights
Thank
into
you.
the session. Of course, it's quite usual for you. Only one or two questions which were raised by some professionals here in the UAE.
Okay.
One, is there any plan from BCSP to conduct certain workshops as sort of a coaching? Okay, they pay and learn. And is there any mechanism where they can, like you know, like a tutorial or a tuition sort of thing?
Exactly.
That's one question. And second one, with regard to India, one of our colleagues asked, no, in India is a recognition of CSP. Way back in 2019, I got in touch with one of the chief inspector of factories in India. I told him, when you are recognizing a state technical diploma, which has got some subjects and 1-year course and people work offline, online, why can't you recognize an internationally recognized course as CSP? Then he said, you can pursue it and give a proposal from BCSP to the state government. If one state it get endorsed, by default other states can take it. So I was supposed to take it. Even Kavita and myself were supposed to go to India and visit. Unfortunately, because of COVID, we could not dare to go. But this is one a plan in place to push it actually.
Okay. That's very good insight, Mr. Subbarao. Gentlemen, Mr. Subbarao is another BCSP ambassador. Is located in UAE. If anybody is attending from the UAE, you can always get in touch with him, or from India, so you can always get good guidance from him also. Thank you, Subbarao. Yes.
Sir, Abul Ifam, I have a small question.
Yes.
Sorry, you called me, but I was somewhere.
No problem.
Actually, it is same. It is the same question related to the waiver. One of my colleague, he also participated but left the session. So he sent me the question that he is one of the applicant. He's already applied the application of CSP, but he need to utilize the waiver for examination fees or other thing. So is this possible, or any provision is there in BCSP that coupon can be utilized?
No.
In some other way?
As per my knowledge, no. But ask your friend when he gets an application fee waiver code, let him write back to them and ask the same question. Okay. But as per my knowledge, no. Okay.
As you are the ambassador of BCSP, so such type of clause in future could be possible, can be.
I think
you can give some suggestion.
I think that's a very good suggestion. I will take up with the BCSP board also. It's a very good suggestion. Very, very good suggestion, Abu Ifam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. A nice presentation, mashallah.
Thank
we
you.
Learned a lot.
Thank you, gentlemen. Mr. Abu Ifam is our ASSP Kuwait chapter's technical committee chair. Currently, he is doing the ASP CSP workshop. So he's conducting the workshop for the Kuwait chapter members. And thank you. I think Mr. Safdar also is there from the Kuwait chapter. He's a secretary of the ASSP Kuwait chapter. Thank you, Safdar Bhai, for attending this event. I think, Safdar, I just want you to open, share your ideas, because you completed your CSP recently. So there are how many members now in the call? There are 78 members on the call who are pursuing for the BCSP certifications. Can you share your experience? Safdar, can you share your experience, please? Safdar, are you able to hear me? Looks like he's on the. Mr. Muhammad Ziauddin, go ahead, Ziauddin. You have been raising the hand.
Yeah, good evening, good evening. Thank you very much for this session. It's very good session, and basically one kind of promoting platform for the CSP. And those who were not aware of the CSP, because people were going for the CMIOSH and all NIBOSH only. So there we are upgrading this one. This is a very good platform.
Okay.
Of course, I have been planned previously to attend this exam. Even I purchased the ASP long back, because due to some reason I didn't attend the exam.
Okay.
But one question, recently the ASP viewer for the what is say Kochi University
Okay.
for B Fire and Safety Engineering.
Yeah.
So once they give the viewer, so
Yeah.
it will be valid. There will be a validity period, like 1 year, something like that.
Yes, once you apply from the approval date, 1 year validity. Until that time, you will be you can
why,
use it.
Why? Because
Mhm.
yeah, because I am asking. I have graduation in mechanical engineering, and I did masters in industrial engineering, and I have I did diploma IGC as well as some other courses. Other than this, I did advanced diploma in fire and safety from Sikkim Manipal University. So
That was-
whether this course is eligible for the ASP viewer or this
I
one,
don't
how
know
can I
about
get
this.
the
Sikkim Manipal is a correspondence course, correct?
yeah, distance, yeah.
Yeah, distance. I doubt they will give. you.
But they have study centers in all over the India.
No, see, I cannot say yes or no now. You have to write back to BCSP along with the examination process, administration process, syllabus, and all those things. Then they will give the waiver. Okay, if it is matching.
I have to write down, or I have to write down to the university, and university has to approach.
University will not have much interest to doing such inquiries. You make a
Exactly,
platform.
exactly.
You do all the groundwork. Then once they accept it, then connect to the university. That's better, because we have done like that only for the question and other things.
Fine, exactly. And one more question related to this one. As we gone through this total session regarding the what the importance of the CSP as well as ASP and all the certification from the BCSP, very good. But we never cover in this session type of what is like example models. Models are there in ASP as well as CSP syllabus. As you says that 90 or 60% of syllabus is technical related. And of course now the BCSP has approved for the BA, BCom and the graduation level also.
Yes.
So of course, so it means people are eager to get this certification, but they don't know the consequences. Once they approach, they pay the fees. It's very difficult to pass the exams because they don't have the technical background that need a proper workshop training and this one. So like NIBOS diploma, they are running the courses. We don't have any platform to get the training for all those guys as well as even technical guys also, those who are 10 years, 20 years past, they did graduation, masters and all these things. They need all this fresh up with their subjects like electrical, mechanical, chemical, civil and all those things.
Exactly. You need to have a very good preparation. There are a lot of preparation materials are available. It's in the back. When I did it, there were not many online courses or anything. Now everything is available online. Okay, online workshops are available. Online smartphone apps are available. So you can test your knowledge. You don't need to pay the examination fee just like that. You don't need to apply just like that. You test your knowledge. Okay, self-assessment, you can do it. Then it's possible to do it. Okay. So gentlemen, I think we have completed 90 minutes of allotted time. If anybody else has got a questions, we can, Mr. Praveen Chaudhary, you have any more question?
Yeah, sir. Sorry for inconvenience.
Yeah.
One last question. I would also be interested for CIH. If any webinar on this, I would be interested to hear from you or have guidance from you, sir.
Certainly. We'll do that. Yes. So
Okay,
send an
thank
email
you.
to me. I can connect with the people who are having a CIH, so you can always get it back. Okay.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you very much. And
Sir, one last question.
yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, sir, is the result declare immediately after the exam?
Immediate.
Or we have to
On the
wait for
spot.
certain time?
On the spot.
On the spot.
On the
Okay,
spot.
okay.
Like,
Thank you, sir.
like you make the payment, online payment success, like that. Yogesh success.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good. So appreciate, you can leave your feedback in the chat box until you have any other questions. So, or you can write to me, okay? You can write to ambassador@bcsp.org. Make a note of the email, ambassador@bcsp.org. Mr. Praveen Chaudhary, you have any other questions?
No, sir, no. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, great, excellent, and thank you very much, and appreciate your.
Sir, can you please, share your email ID and contact number, please?
Ambassador@org. I'm putting in the chat box, okay? ambassador@bcsp.org. Thank you very much, gentlemen, and we will catch up again sometimes in the future. So if you already preparing for the exam, you can always write to me for more information, and we will keep in touch. Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate your support. Today we have about 105 members and it came down to 69 members. So thank you, and we'll catch up again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Khalaf from Egypt and Mr. Babu from Kuwait. You know very well. And we'll catch up again. And our friend, Mr. Alfred from Nigeria, Mr. Muhammad Hamad from, I don't know from where he is, but yes.
Thank you.
Good. It's good to know that you are interested in improving your skills. Thank you, and we'll catch up. Since chat messages are coming up, I'm just keeping open, then we will close the call.